So with the release of Cold War Warzone, as well as this topic being one of the most successful videos on my channel, I thought I would do a second video on some tips of how to actually improve your accuracy here in Call of Duty Warzone. So essentially what we're going to be doing is giving you guys some tips and going into custom games and essentially showing you guys all the ways that I personally learned on how you can improve your accuracy, win more gunfights, get the lowest recoil possible, and all that stuff. Here is the post notification shadow up on the screen. If you guys do want to win one in a future video, please be sure to hit the sub button with the post notification bell turned on. And once you guys are finished, comment down below #BellGang. Also, the like goal for this video is going to be 2,000 likes, man. You guys have been going crazy on the Cold War videos. I really appreciate it, man. I mean, I'm so thankful that you guys are enjoying the Cold War Warzone content so far. So be sure to hit the like button. Now, for the first tip that I can give you guys that literally works for everybody is to put on the most low recoil attachments possible. So if you guys have seen me build a class setup, or if you haven't and you don't know what the statistics mean, for example, if we go to the 19.8 Prowler barrel on the Kilo, you will be able to see that it gives you vertical recoil control. Now, essentially what that means is up to down recoil. So when your iron sight or your reticle bounces, you know, up and down, that is the recoil control statistic right there. So it helps with that. And then another example would be if you go to the Commando foregrip, it'll actually give you recoil stabilization and aiming stability. Now, essentially what that is horizontal recoil, so side to side, as well as ADS sway, which is also side to side, and it'll reduce that when you guys are trying to track somebody who's maybe moving in a car or flying in the sky or something like that. It ultimately helps with improving your accuracy with that. So for the next tip, it actually involves going through my controller settings. So real quickly, I will skim through these if you guys do want to copy them down. However, the one that I really do want to focus on is the controller vibration tab. Now, trust me, if you guys still have this on, I was one of you guys at one point, and it was around year 2 of Black Ops 3, so essentially Infinite Warfare, when I actually decided to turn controller vibration off, and I instantly got some responses in my accuracy. Okay, some positive responses in my accuracy. It got so much better because those little fine vibrations can really mess up your aim, and trust me, man, it is just something that I definitely think you guys should get used to, is having it off. So that is a tip for my controller players. Okay, so now that we're in custom games, I do want to go over something real quickly for my PC players that I definitely do think you guys should change if you haven't already. So if we go to our settings and go to the general tab, you will be able to see that there is an option called field of view. Now, this works best with it all the way up to 120, but I know a lot of people do not like 120. If you guys haven't already though, make sure you have this on affected. This is a super crucial setting to have on affected, because if you have it on independent, essentially it'll actually magnify your screen when you ADS, and if you have it on affected, it won't magnify it, and it'll be the same area in the same basically space that it was before you ADS. So if we go ahead and use the MP5, which has no optic on it, as you can see, there is essentially really no difference when it comes to how it actually like zooms in. There is no difference. Now, if we go over to and change it to an independent, you guys will be able to see that it zooms in a ton to, which is what I think, 80 FOV, and there is a lot more visual recoil. You guys will be able to see there's a lot more visual recoil, and if we go ahead and turn this on to affected, you guys will be able to see basically no visual recoil. So I think this would be the perfect time to go over the difference between actual bullet patterns as well as visual recoil. So for some reason, a lot of people seem to think that I'm using a Cronus as well as every single other pro player and content creator, and that is just simply not the case. Okay, 120 affected FOV as a big part in actually reducing that visual recoil, but it does not change the bullet pattern at all, and you guys will see what I mean right here. Now, real quickly, we'll do a bullet pattern test on, as you can tell, 120 affected FOV, and this is what it looks like when you almost have no visual recoil. However, if we zoom in right here, you guys will be able to see there is a clear bullet pattern. So with the Cronus and all those other USB devices that reduce actual bullet pattern recoil, there is no bullet pattern when you guys are using a Cronus. So that is the difference. And real quickly, we'll go over to independent on 80 FOV, which is what you guys have over on console. And we'll do another bullet pattern test real quick, where you can clearly see that the reticle is bouncing a lot more. But if we take a look, same bullet pattern. Okay, it's really not that hard of a concept. I don't know how people don't understand it. There's some people who truly just don't know about it, so hopefully that this clears some things up, and hopefully you guys know how to reduce visual recoil using 120 affected FOV, because it is a super crucial tip that I can give to my PC players. So for the fourth and fifth tip that I gave you guys is to actually go into custom games, and I want you to pay attention to the little crosshair in the middle of my screen. Now you guys can see the blue, or not the blue dot, but the little white dot that is in the middle of my screen right here. Now this is what is called centering, and with centering you always want to have this in the middle of your screen, ready to snap on and ADS at players. Now what a lot of people do is they have this at the bottom of the ground like this, which obviously if you ADS is going to be like this, right? Okay, so you always want to have it in the center of your screen, ready to snap on players who might be around a corner. While you're jump spanning, you guys can see it's still in the center of my screen. And essentially what happens is, for example, we'll go like this at the ground right now and run into a player. And what happens is you'll have to snap upwards like this. And it's something that is just really unnecessary, and it's a very simple fix to improving your accuracy, which is simply just making sure that you have the middle of your crosshair in the center of your screen at all times. Okay, wherever you think an enemy is going to be, make sure to have it in the center of your screen. The fifth and final tip I give you guys is to go to your settings and turn off aim assist. Okay, make sure aim assist is disabled. Now what you guys are going to want to do is to simply just make sure that you took that one tip that I gave you of making sure that you always have your crosshair centered in the middle of your screen, and just go around shooting bots. Okay, shoot around 100 to 200 bots first thing first when you get online. It won't take that long. It might take maybe 5 minutes max to kill 100 bots on shipment. And this is really going to improve your accuracy, because you actually have no way of basically rotational aim assist or anything like that. Okay, so it's just not simply going to be in the game, and it's a very easy way to you know, improve your accuracy at long ranges and really just get that raw talent down without the help of aim assist, which is going to be super crucial in Warzone, because for whatever reason, man, if you guys are controller players, you know that aim assist will just completely go out the window sometimes, and you guys will actually just lose aim assist. It doesn't have anything to do with making sure that you control it or anything like that. Aim assist will simply just go out the window and be non-existent. For whatever reason, it happens in a lot of gunfights, and essentially there is no fix for it. Okay, so there's really nothing that you can do about the no aim assist problem in Warzone. It happens in a very small percentage of your gunfights, but it's something that you guys should get used to, is just making sure that you have that raw accuracy down when it comes to having no aim assist. For these kinds of custom games, what I would recommend is maybe going around killing 50 bots when you actually have it turned off. Go back and turn it back on to whatever aim assist you use, and go around, maybe shoot 50 more bots, and you guys will notice a significant increase in your accuracy. Obviously, as I said, making sure that you have your crosshair centered at all times, ready to shoot at players that might be around a corner or something like that. Now, obviously, this is custom games, okay? It's not an actual game, but when you transfer this over to Warzone, it basically goes the same way, except you're gonna have to have that map awareness when it comes to Warzone, and just be aware of your surroundings and everything going on, while making sure that you obviously have the crosshair in the middle of your screen. That's the biggest tip out of all of them, in my opinion, because it really is crucial that you do get the first shot off in Warzone, and having that little dot of your crosshair in the middle of your screen at all times centering at players is a super big part of actually winning gunfights. Hopefully the tips in this video helped you guys out. If y'all clicked on this video expecting some sort of way to never ever miss a bullet in Warzone, well then I'm sorry, but that's simply not possible. There's no magical way to do that, but these tips will be able to help you improve over a selected period of time. It really just depends on how much time you guys take into practicing that in custom games, possibly trying out 120 FOV on affected, you know, turning off your controller vibration and stuff like that. Those are all tips that can go along with helping you improve your accuracy if you have not done so already. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love making these types of videos, helping you guys out with tips and tricks. If you guys want more of these, comment down below of what I should do next for Cold War Warzone. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are brand new with the post notification bell turned on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.